The cold doesn't kill you with violence. It whispers promises. Right now, you might feel the sting, the deep ache in your bones. That shivering is not weakness. It is your final alarm system screaming. But the alarm always fails eventually. It will stop, not because you found heat, but because the thermostatic core of your brain decided you're already dead. Hypothermia is the warmest, most deceptive way to check out. They call it paradoxical undressing. Your core temperature drops so low, your blood vessels suddenly dilate, flooding your skin with a final, searing flush of heat. You feel hot, almost tropical, right before the lights go out. You will tear off your coat, searching for relief in the snow. That is the last mistake you will ever make. Understand this clearly. The window to fight is measured in minutes, not hours. No worries. We are not focusing on how to die, but how to cheat that specific ending. Survival is not about heroics or tactical gear catalogs. It is about physics. Your body is a battery shedding energy into an aggressively cold environment. Your job is to build a capacitor around that battery. Forget complicated traps and high-tech satellite phones for a minute. Your immediate threats are evaporative, conductive, and convective heat loss. Conduction is the ground stealing your heat directly. Convection is the wind stripping it away. Evaporation is the hidden killer, moisture turning your clothes into thermal conductors. You must master 3 low-tech principles to beat the cold. 1. Separation from the earth. 2. Dead airspace. 3. Moisture management. If you fail at any one of these, you're already halfway to that peaceful, fatal sleep. Method 1. The emergency shelter. A shelter is not a house, it is a thermal bubble. If you are in the temperate zone, you are building a debris hut. It needs a spine, ribs, and at least 3 feet of insulating mass surrounding you. You need to look like a mound of forest litter, not a lean-to. A lean-to is a windbreak, not a survival structure. It has to be tight, just big enough for you to crawl into and turn around slightly. If you can stand up, it is too large to heat with body mass alone. The most crucial component is the bedding layer. You must break ground contact immediately. We are talking 6 to 8 inches of dry leaves, pine needles, or grass. This material is not for comfort. It is to stop conduction from robbing you of life. This is non-negotiable. Your sleeping bag is useless if the cold earth is touching it directly. Remember the R value, resistance to heat flow. The higher the R value, the better your insulation against the void. Method 2, the MacGyver layering. We call this the VBL, the vapor barrier liner. If you are caught without specialized gear, sweat is your enemy. Your body releases moisture even when shivering mildly. This moisture migrates to the outer layers of your clothes and freezes or chills. You must introduce an impermeable layer close to the skin. Think plastic trash bags, heavy-duty contractor bags, or even cheap plastic ponchos. Cut arm and neck holes in a large garbage bag. Put it asterisk over asterisk your insulating layers, but asterisk under asterisk your windproof shell. This traps your metabolic moisture near your skin, keeping your insulation dry. Yes, you will feel clammy, almost nauseous, but you will stay alive. Damp insulation is useless, especially downer cotton. Cotton kills, remember that cliche? It holds water and has 0 R value when wet. Always prioritize wool or synthetics like polyester fleece and polypro. Method 3, the fire hack. A fire in deep cold is for 3 things only: boiling water, signaling, and morale. It is not a primary heat source unless you are building a massive long log fire. You need maximum BTUs immediately, especially if your fine motor skills are compromised by early hypothermia. Ditch the flint and steel if you can't feel your fingers. The survivalist's best friend is a disposable lighter kept in an inside pocket, warmed by your core. If you must rely on friction, you need high-energy tinder. Use Vaseline-soaked cotton balls stored in an airtight container. They burn hot for 5 minutes, plenty of time to catch heavier material. If you find pine resin, process it into fat wood shavings. It is nature's highly flammable accelerant. Never waste energy searching for perfect firewood when you need core heat now. Conserve effort. Survival is efficient. A small, hot fire is better than a sprawling, smoldering attempt. Method 4. Psychological warfare. The Cold War is fought internally. Hypothermia triggers panic, irrational thought, and apathy. You must impose brutal, clinical self-assessment. The moment you stop shivering, you are entering the danger zone. Check your cognition constantly. Can you tie a complex knot right now? Can you count backward from 20 rapidly without error? If the answers are slow or confused, you are slipping into moderate hypothermia. Your survival partner, if you have one, needs to be trained to look for the umbles. Grumbles, stumbles, mumbles, and fumbles are the 4 horsemen of freezing. These are the nonverbal cues that your brain is shutting down. Force yourself to maintain a mental checklist. Shelter integrity must be confirmed. Fuel supply must be verified. Core temperature status is paramount. Do not succumb to the urge to sleep if you feel unusually warm. That sensation is the lie preceding the final surrender. Stay angry. Stay focused. Anger burns calories, but it keeps the brain sharp and focused on the next step. Scavenger diet and hydration. You are a machine running on fuel. To maintain heat, you must consume complex carbohydrates and especially fats. Do not rely on simple sugar. Sugar gives a brief spike and a crash, accelerating the thermal drain. Fats require more metabolic energy to process, meaning they generate longer, sustained heat. The thermic effect of food is maximized. If you have nothing, consume what you can safely identify, prioritizing caloric density over taste. Dehydration is another invisible killer in cold environments. You do not feel thirsty because the peripheral blood vessels constricting reduce the body's perception of fluid loss. But you are losing massive water volume through high respiration and sweat that freezes immediately. You must melt snow and ice constantly. Never eat snow directly. It lowers your core temperature dramatically, canceling out the benefit of the hydration. Melt it in a vessel over a low flame or near your body heat before drinking it warm. Purify that water. Cold doesn't kill all pathogens. Invisible killers, CO, and infection. If you built that debris hut too tight and brought an improvised heat source inside, you introduced carbon monoxide. CO is tasteless, odorless, and highly fatal. It binds to your hemoglobin 250 times faster than oxygen. Symptoms begin subtly, feeling tired, sleepy, maybe a slight headache. Then you simply do not wake up. Always ensure ventilation, even if it means sacrificing a tiny bit of thermal retention. A small vent near the top of your shelter is mandatory if you have any open flame or coal bed. Next, watch relentlessly for trench foot and frostbite. Wet feet destroy circulation and quickly lead to tissue necrosis. Change socks constantly, even if you only have one dry pair, which you rotate and dry near your body heat. Never rub frostbitten areas. The internal ice crystals in the tissue will shred the cell structure. Slow, gentle rewarming is the only way to save the tissue, but be warned, it is intensely painful. This is the cold calculus. Your plan is simple, brutal, and effective. Insulate vertically from the ground first. Insulate horizontally from the wind second. Manage internal moisture third. Feed the machine with fats and complex carbs fourth. If you executed these methods perfectly, you survived the first 48 hours. You have earned the right to plan the next phase. The environment tried to offer you a quick, comforting escape. You refused the lie of the warm sleep. The shiver is gone, replaced by the slow, burning heat of metabolic victory. The world is waiting for you to conquer it again. Welcome to the new world. You won this round.